Good morning, science class. I'm going to go over what you need to do today to get our baby monsters created. I'm going to go through a list of steps and then I will give you an example of how you need to come up with that data. First thing you need to do is you're going to put the dad's genotype across the Punnett square paper that we are going to hand out to you. You're going to put mom's genotype across the bottom. Once you have mom and dad's genotypes on the Punnett square, you're going to drop the tops and slide the sides. Make sure you're dropping and sliding so each box has 2 letters in it. Once the square is filled out of the 4 possible genotypes for the baby, pick one and highlight that box. Transfer that information to the baby genotype on the new baby monster worksheet. Then you're going to fill out the last column, you're going to fill out the baby phenotype. Lastly, you're going to create your baby monster on Doing, name them, and then screenshot it. Remember last week you flipped a coin to see whether you had a boy or a girl, so make sure you name your baby monster appropriately. I apologize, I do want to make a note in part 2. Instead of across the bottom, it should say put mom's genotype down the side. Remember, dads go across the top, moms go down the side. Okay, here's the example of how to get the baby's genotype. First of all, I want you to notice that the phenotype is listed at the top. So this first Punnett square is going to be about the eyes. If you look on your sheets, the first trait we talked about was the eye. That's mom, that's dad. So it said the very first thing we need to do is to take the father's genotype for eye, which in my case is capital E, lowercase e. So I put on my sheet, I put capital E, lowercase e. And then I go back and I look at mom's. Mom's eye color is 2 little e's. Too many papers floating around here. Then it said to drop the tops and slide the sides. So my capital E is dropped and dropped. My lowercase e is dropped and dropped. Then I got to slide the sides. So my lowercase e slides and slides. This lowercase e slides and slides. Then the directions asked you out of those 4 boxes to pick one and highlight it. I'm going to highlight this box, and that is going to be the genotype of the baby's eye shape. The next step is to take this data that you chose and transfer it over to the baby monster sheet. So I chose a capital and a lowercase, which is heterozygous for the eye shape. So in the baby monster genotype, I put a capital E and a lowercase e. Then looking at my alleles, I know that capital E is dominant. My baby has a capital E, so I will see 2 small eyes. So in my phenotype, I write 2 small eyes. You follow that same procedure for every trait that's listed on your sheets. Okay, I just got done transferring all of mom and dad's genotypes from my sheet over to the Punnett squares. I dropped the tops and I slid the sides, and then I just randomly selected whichever genotype I wanted to go to the baby. So for me, this is what my Punnett squares look like based upon my mom and my dad's genotypes. I then took that information and I transferred it over to Baby Monster Sheet, and I can now see the phenotypes, what my baby monster is going to look like. So your job now is to go to Do Ink, draw what your baby looks like based on these phenotypes. Remember, you can add anything you would like as long as these phenotypes are included. You need to give him or her a name based upon whether you flipped for a boy or a girl, and then screenshot it. So by the end of the day, you should have a screenshot of mom, a screenshot of dad, and a screenshot of baby.